SGDQ on it later.
Hey. It's live. Is anyone actually going to watch this? That is the question.
We are literally at Connecticon running the panels department like we've done for what, like 10 years now?
Too many years. Look over there.
See? Look at all these confident people. We've got like, I'm actually really happy with the kind of, we still got no one watching.
It doesn't matter if anyone's watching. It'll become a YouTube video permanently. It doesn't matter if anyone's watching live.
But I mean, we took this panel department over a long time ago. We tricked our idiot friends into being staff, and then we tricked like friends of friends and fans into being staff, and now we got like super elite people. This is like the elitist staff at the con.
For some reason, like every Connecticon, what seems to happen is like time goes really fast. It's like you show up and then 2 seconds later it's like 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
right?
Like I didn't eat lunch and I feel so hungry right now. And then I was like, oh, I didn't eat anything except that donut.
We had the donut and then it felt like 5 minutes later and I was like, oh shit, it's 1, and I went and bought the stupid chicken fingers because I didn't want to go out in the rain.
Yup.
Right?
I'm gonna go to the food truck, I think, or something.
Well, now it's not raining, so I would definitely go to the food truck.
We go to that Texas whatever, have a big dinner.
You do it. Oh yeah, definitely. We should get a real dinner tonight for sure.
Yup.
But yeah, what has happened exciting at this Connecticon so far?
I hosted opening ceremonies without a script. Well, I had a piece of paper.
Did anyone care about opening ceremonies?
Like 300 people showed up. Like there's a lot of people in there.
Okay, I guess they had nothing better to do, or?
Well, partly it was we announced a bunch of guests and we announced stuff that like wasn't in the program.
Were there guests there, or you just?
Yeah, we had guests on stage.
Okay.
But and we had like a presentation of like here's where some panels are that are important, and they played a video from like some people who couldn't be here, and it was actually. It was better than I expected it to have gone.
Alright.
And I didn't have to read Castlevania at any point, so it actually worked out.
That's good. We didn't start any panels today until like noon. Usually we start panels early in the morning.
Yep, and because
we're going to start them early in the morning tomorrow. But this on Friday we started them late, like noon or 1.
Because I anticipated reg problems, I didn't want panelist can't get badge, panel fails, and I didn't want panelist does panel, no one can see it because they're all in reg. But reg was way better than last year, so people were in like looking for.
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't a disaster.
I could have put like 2 panels at 11. I think that would have been ideal. And then like noon. Everything.
There were quite a few people walking around looking for something to do.
Yep.
And like the earliest panel, the Cyberpunk one, actually had plenty of people in it, but the panelists didn't show up. At least as far as I know, but someone else from the audience took it over, like you do.
That's the Connecticon way.
It was a guy who looked cyberpunk. He was wearing some kind of cyberpunk cosplay thing there's in the suit, so
it'd be like if you were at a PAX, there was a Netrunner panel, and like the people didn't show up, you walk up and like, I am here.
What else is going on? We got, I thought a lot of people, we lost a lot of people this year, but surprisingly, they're like, some of our friends who have come every year didn't come.
Yep.
But there's people here who came who I usually don't see. It's like Yuko and Ananthra here.
Yep. George is with them too at the table next to them. George
yeah, I saw him, yeah. And then Kate and Adam came, who usually don't come to Connecticut.
Well, because they live far away, we don't see them that often anymore, so it's good.
So we still have enough of our people here that it's an enjoyable time so far.
Yeah.
It's still a pain in the ass to get to and from Hartford.
Well, especially because the bus we used to take in the old days doesn't go here anymore. Like there's no stop in Hartford.
I only used the bus that one time, and never again.
The Amtrak is usually pretty good, but I think 50% of the Amtrak trains here are bus from New Haven because they're doing construction on the line. So like there's trouble with the Amtrak. There's no other way to get here.
Usually I would take the Metro North to my parents' house and then steal the car, but the car is broken. This time I took the Amtrak all the way here.
But you're taking the car home.
I'm gonna tell my mom to come get me on Sunday.
That's cool.
We'll see. Who's over there taking a nap?
Yeah, so one of the things we did at Connecticon years ago, you might not realize this, is that that's like the main halls over there where like the stuff is. We block it off and made our own operations area that's private to our own department, and we actually let like AV, like I told them they can come back here and like store their stuff. I told them to store the batteries here, because then if there's a trouble.
They came this morning and I was like, listen, the only thing we're gonna need, because they put 2 wireless mics in every room, which is new and good, because now every room has 5 mics total.
Yep.
But yeah, you're gonna need a lot of batteries for those wireless mics. They all take 9 volts, which is really
audio stuff takes 9 volts.
Really annoying.
I have a box of 9 volts for my one smoke detector that I gotta put them in every like 2 years.
Yep. So this is True Lounge.
We're sitting in a lounge kind of chair.
I guess it's a couch that doesn't have a back. It's just the bottom of a couch only.
Oh, so the opening ceremonies, the way they set it up, it was they put all these bean bags and puffs all over the stage, like 90s style. So the guests all like lounged on the stage. So I had to lounge with them. So everyone was lounging the whole time.
Great.
There was a live stream. You can go watch it. You can see me.
I'm good.
You don't want to see Rim's version of desperately trying to kill time while I wait for the person to prompt me in the teleprompter with what to say next?
No. This line's getting pretty crazy for a thing they're not going to get into. That's awesome.
Wait, so it's capped and they're still getting in line?
Hey, is that room empty? Can you just let the people in already?
See? We actually have to go to work occasionally.
You know what? Nate, is the room empty?
No, there's still one around here.
Alright.
Oh, it ends in 1 minute, I think, or 15 minutes.
We never said anything about that.
I never. Apparently it's in the rule. Apparently it's in the program.
Whatever.
You know what? I'm almost impressed that someone read the program guide and found that text.
We should put a secret code in the program guide where if you.
Oh hey, it's Scott and Kaylee. Say hi to the internet. It's Laura. I haven't seen Laura yet.
Look at all these people that came to see us.
1 second, you guys were like closing out with Kate.
All these people are here who we don't see.
We're live streaming our staffing.
All right. Is there anything else to say about Friday, Connecticon? I haven't really checked out any other parts of the con yet. There was a loud band over on the other side.
They've calmed down a little bit.
They calmed down.
You know what I can say? This is like a trick of running conventions. All the bad problems that could happen are going to happen Friday. Because that's when like staff can't check in.
You figure things out on Friday, and then Saturday the problems are usually attendee problems, just because the con is going and it's just things are happening.
So you
the lanyards didn't show up. That's
Yep.
So we have custom lanyards because we do so many cons, but a lot of people show up to a con with just no lanyard. They don't think about that, right? I often forget mine at certain smaller events. I don't realize I should bring a lanyard.
Yep.
But there was a sponsor that was supposed to provide lanyards and they failed to do so, so the con didn't have lanyards.
And stuff like that happens.
You should, if you go to cons, even just one con, even if you get the free lanyard, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Get a nice, comfy lanyard.
Buy a comfortable lanyard.
It'll be cute, like a cute thing.
Or has dice on it that your friend made or something.
That thing is so high quality.
Yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop using up all my datas now.
Yep. We'll do this once a day at least.
We're going to stream again tomorrow and the next day with 2 more Connecticon streams. So pay attention.